gang violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. But I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
I'm here on the corner of MLK and Medgar Evers, and it's a very tranquil scene compared to just a couple hours ago where a drive-by shooting just took place. Excuse me, I'm getting live updates as we speak. I've just been updated to the amount of casualties from this drive-by shooting, and I'm getting reports that 2 people were actually declared deceased and 27 others were shot and injured but are in stable condition. And although we must pray for the families of the fallen, we must also praise God for the aim of the super gremlin. If you want to know more about the victims of this crime, make sure you add BGZM News 17 on Patreon at www.patreon.com/blackgenzmindset. Also, don't forget to like the video, share the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and comment on the video to continue the discussion on how we can find solutions to all this gun violence in the streets. For more hard-hitting news coverage from the community, by the community, I'm Jinquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia, BGZM News 17.
And cut.
All right, dog. Let's get the out of here before these niggas come back.
Whoa. Yo. Ain't that nigga J?
Nah, that ain't me. That ain't me.
He just went live
That
with
ain't
that
me.
funky ass suit on. That's that nigga.
That's not me.
Hey, get that nigga.
Jinquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia. Pray for me. What's good, Shadow Realm? It's your boy Jinquavius Jackson, and y'all already know I'm demonetized and shadow banned in this bitch. So if you want to contribute, go to the Cash App, the PayPal, the GoFundMe, or join the Patreon. Also, don't forget to visit the merch store for all your favorite BGZM News 17 gear, including our exclusive Trump is a Blood t-shirt. Go fast before they sell out. They are already flying off the shelves, no cap. And remember, these super gremlins are on demon time. I'm here on the corner of MLK and Frederick Douglass, where a shooting just took place. And as you can see, it's a pretty rough area. So I'm basically risking my life reporting on this madness. So make sure you do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. Like the video, hell, share the video. And make sure you go ahead and leave a comment down in the comments section to continue the discussion on how we can find solutions to all this gun violence in the streets. I'm Jinquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia, BGZM News 17. What's good, Shadow Realm? It's the Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe. Let's get into the video. All right, guys, so we got to talk about this crazy turn of events this week. We are talking about how we actually had a great college football weekend. Haven't spoken about it on this channel, but on my other channel, we spoke about it. Had a good college football weekend, and unfortunately, we had this incident go down with Florida State. Now, Florida State put a whooping on Alabama, and obviously that was great to watch for any college football fan, SEC fan who isn't an Alabama fan. But Florida State looked pretty good against Alabama, or maybe Alabama just looks really bad. But they ended up taking a loss with the team, unfortunately, because one of their players was actually shot in the back of the head. And this is a pretty wild turn of events after the Alabama game. So I wanted to talk about it a little bit, and maybe we'll brush across a few more stories. I don't know why, but it's not letting me go live from X. So that sucks, because obviously that's going to be a huge viewer base. But at the end of the day, we still got the YouTube going, we got the Twitch going, and we got the Kick going, guys. So if you want to follow me on Kick, Black Gen Z Mindset, also the Rumble, you already know, is going. So you can follow me on Rumble, you can follow me on Twitch, you can follow me on BGZM News 17, the backup channel. So it's looking pretty crazy right now in the community, where we have a big time football player by the name of Ethan Pritchard, who was shot this weekend, and he is in stable condition, y'all. So that's good. But as you guys can see, FSU freshman Ethan Pritchard stable after being shot in the head. Okay, Florida State freshman linebacker Ethan Pritchard was shot in the back of the head Sunday night, his father said, and remains in stable condition at Tallahassee Memorial Hospital. Earl Pritchard told WFTV in Orlando that Ethan Pritchard was shot while driving his aunt home from a family gathering in Havana, Florida, which is about 16 miles from Tallahassee, near the Georgia state line. He was actually in the car taking my sister around the corner to her daughter's house to drop her off, Earl Pritchard told WFTV. They turned the corner. As soon as they turned the corner, they heard gunshots. Earl Pritchard said doctors continued to monitor the swelling in Ethan's head. An investigation into the shooting by the Florida Department of Law Enforcement and the Gadsden County Sheriff's Office is ongoing. Florida State coach Mike Norvell said Wednesday he has been able to briefly visit Ethan Pritchard in the hospital, and he has remained in contact with Earl Pritchard. It's a lot not going to say it's not, Norvell said. I try to give the players a daily update. I was able to go by yesterday for a short period of time with limited visitation, just getting a chance to be there for a handful of minutes. It was good to see him, or good to be with him. He's still in stable condition. We're absolutely praying for him every day and trying to be there for our players too. Yes, it's one thing on the field, but it's also off the field. That's one of their brothers and a guy they deeply care about, just working through this part of the tragedy of what it is. Pritchard, who is from the Central Florida area, did not play in the Seminoles season opening victory against Alabama. So he didn't play, but it doesn't matter because he's still part of the team. He is a freshman, and he was shot in Florida taking his auntie home. I mean, no reason at all. It's just a random shooting, it seems like. I don't know if it was targeted. I don't think it was targeted, but he was in pretty bad shape earlier. So let's get into that, and then we'll look at some of his high school tape, see what kind of player he is. That's always fun. And maybe we'll talk about some other topics as well.
I'm Catherine Silver, your Seminole County community correspondent. An FSU football player from right here in Central Florida is in critical condition after he was shot Sunday night. Authorities say FSU's Ethan Pritchard was in a car.
Oh, okay. So I realize, I mean, that this is what it is. His auntie live in the hood. Auntie live in the hood. They ain't protecting the money, and they sending this young man out to do, you know, I mean, honestly, it shouldn't be like that where you take your auntie home and you getting shot at. But look at the apartments. These are the type of apartments that I be warning y'all about. She is living in the hood, y'all.
Shot Sunday night.
So as you can see, it's just like them open street apartments with that one sign. They got a sign at each building, a big little picket sign. The wooden joints. Yeah, it's these types of apartments. That's exactly what's going on. Auntie live in the hood, y'all. That's what it is. It's not even, I think it was just a stray that hit them. They was just shooting out there because that's what they do out there. So, you know, we know that certain parts of Florida are very dangerous. obviously, a lot of people have guns, and a lot of people who shouldn't have guns, and they in these government housing, it looks like damn near Section 8 housing. They dropping Auntie off at these little apartments, and they busting shots.
Authorities say FSU's Ethan Pritchard was in a car when they found him with a gunshot wound Sunday night at this apartment complex 15 miles away from Tallahassee in Havana, Florida.
Damn, so the police say they found him like that. That's crazy too. Like, I don't even know if Auntie, if Auntie even knew about that he got shot. She just, oh yeah, I heard gunshots, honey. I'm going back to sleep. Once he dropped her off, you know what I'm saying? She might have heard the gunshots, but didn't attribute it to him. And the authorities found him.
As the Gadsden County Sheriff's Office works to find out what led up to the shooting, we're learning more about Pritchard. The university released this statement Monday, saying the freshman linebacker was visiting family when he was critically injured. Head coach Mike Norvell called it an extremely tragic event when he addressed the shooting at the start of his Week 2 press conference.
I got a chance to be there, last night with him and his dad and family, and grateful, for all the support and medical, support that he was able to receive.
Before FS.
Yeah, man, and that's just something that you don't have written in the cards for yourself, and thank God he's still alive. But this is going to push back his football career. This is going to derail a lot of the plans that he had for himself, and I would hate it because he seemed like a talented young man. Got a full ride to FSU to play linebacker. Tough kid. Going to be a hell of a story once he recovers, and if he's still able to play that head-rocking game that we all have grown to love growing up. So, man, it's just that's just like a wrench in his football career.
Pritchard was a 4-star linebacker. He played football here at Seminole High School. The athletic director tells me he's an amazing young man and represents everything this school would hope for in its student athletes. He shared this statement with News 6, praising Pritchard's kindness, the way he treats others with respect and sets an example for his teammates. He also said the entire Seminole community extends heartfelt thoughts and prayers to Ethan and his family during this challenging time.
Damn.
The same community Pritchard told us he was working hard to earn a state title for. When our News 6 team featured him as a player of the week last August, he had already committed to FSU.
It'll mean so much to me, my family, the team, the community, everybody.
FSU asked for privacy for Pritchard's family in the statement that they put out to the public. As for the investigation, the Gadsden County Sheriff's Office addressed false claims circulating on social media. They say no suspect has been identified in this case. In Sanford, I'm Catherine Silver, News 6.
No suspects, and I don't expect there to be one. I mean, for one, it wasn't a body. I mean, I'm not saying this is how I would like things to go, but this is how the reality is. He didn't die. If whatever fragments of the bullet they were able to recover after the shooting may not be enough evidence to really tie anybody to this, and unless they use the same gun in a new crime. So I mean, I don't expect the community, Auntie's apartment complex to speak up, even though, I mean, I'm not saying that Auntie should, but you would think that her name would ring out in the apartment complex at least, and then people would respect it and say, hey, you know what? Hey, they mess with little Pritchard, whoever they is, we got to give them up. Cause back in the day, they used to try and make it seem like in the hood, the OGs was saying, nah, we can't mess with the athletes, bro. Have y'all ever heard that story where they'll say, yeah, see, back in the day, we had honor and respect. We used to say, man, he an athlete. Nah, he can't be in the streets. Go back to practice, little man. Like, that's what they It's like that's what they were saying, but they don't tell you how many of those quote unquote athletes that they claim to have saved in the hood actually just ended up being jack boys, right? A lot of these dudes who were super fire at sports just ended up going to the streets and start, being stick up kids. That's what happened. So don't let, these revisionist historians from the hood tell you, oh, yes, shit. If back in the day, we had honor and respect. Like if it was a kid who was good at sports and he was doing his thing, we say, nah, bro, stay out the streets, young man. Like stay out. You going to be something in life. Like every athlete, they like to make it seem like that's just every athlete from the hood story. Yeah, they kept me away from trouble. Nah, your mama kept you away from trouble. Your parents kept you away from trouble. Your stepdaddy kept you away from trouble. But it wasn't the streets. It wasn't the hood. Like they was telling you to come outside. They was telling you was a punk because you ain't jump off the porch and you worried about football and not about 8 balls or something. So that it's just funny how this is it was a common trend back in the day, and now they're saying, man, see, now they're saying like y'all young, the YNs nowadays, they don't, and I say this too, they don't care, but they didn't care back then either. So that's ultimately my point. They didn't care back then either. Like it's not like the hood ninjas back then were more honorable than the hood ninjas now. They was doing all the things that the YNs are doing now. It's just now they have a cell phone, now they have a smartphone, and you're getting to see the real just chaos, bullying, whatever you want to call it, that goes on in these neighborhoods. And that's the reality. That's the truth that they don't want to tell you about.
There is in critical condition but is stable, authorities say. This is after being shot late Sunday night in Havana. The Florida Department of Law Enforcement is still working to figure out what led up to the shooting that night. The Gaston County Sheriff's Office says the shooting happened near the Havana Heights apartments.
So y'all see it, bro. This how I know it's the hood, dog. God damn, this shit the gutter. Let's get a Google Maps on that bitch. This how I know it's a hood. Do y'all see this apartment, this rinky-dink apartment sign? I'm surprised they don't got they set on that bitch. They probably call that shit the Heights or Little Havana or some shit. You know what I'm saying? They say, yeah, Little Havana. Hey, All right, so we're back. Sorry. Oh shit, hold up. All right, we're back. Sorry, guys. Like I said, donate to the channel, hit the super trap, hit the stream, hit the PayPal, hit the Cash App, because like I said, my hard drive, my hard drive, it just, I need a new hard drive and to increase the processing speed of my computer, all that stuff. Shout out to Main TV. Shout out to Main TV for the $4.99 super trap. Sorry for the technical difficulties, y'all.
Oh, say less.
He puts $5.99 in the collection plate, so I appreciate that. But yeah, I don't know which part I cut off at, but let's get back into. Okay, so the sign, the streets, the apartment complex sign tells you everything that you need to know about this apartment complex. This rinky-dinky wooden, I guess it's supposed to be like a little picket sign. This is the hood, like straight up. Like this is the gutter. This Lil Havana, this the Heights, whatever they calling it out there. I'm surprised they don't have they set graffitied on the face of it. But it got some little skid marks here and there. Don't see any gunshots or bullet holes, so that's good. But this is the hood. And I'm going to show you guys the street view and why this young man, should not be dropping off Auntie no damn mo. He has a future. He has a future. Okay? He has a future. He don't need to be dropping off Auntie. Auntie can get her a Uber. Auntie need to find her own damn way home because this boy has a shot at the NFL and hopefully he can recover. He does have some head swelling. Hopefully he doesn't have any brain bleeding or any long-lasting mental effects. But here we go. Lil Havana Heights apartment. Call here. These the apartments where the single mother's paying $15 a month and they still getting evicted. They getting a government stipend for the rest of the for the rest of the rent, and they still getting evicted. These them apartments right here. These them apartments right here. Look, got Buddy with a buggy. I mean, if you got a homeless nigga with a buggy in your neighborhood, you're done. It's over. It's over. If you have a ninja with a buggy in your neighborhood, it's over. Throw the whole hood away. It's not safe. Hide your kids, hide your wife. You know what I'm saying? It's over. TSM said bubbles from the wire. Exactly. Yo, I mean, this is the hood, Havana Heights, Lil Havana. They got the window units. It's rusted out. They ain't got no AC. Look at the the building numbers. The building numbers look rusted. And you go down the street and you see, you know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing going on. You got homie posted up. You know what I'm saying? Damn, they got a play. They got in the middle of a play right here. Damn, they niggas coming through, dropping the pack off. You dig what I'm saying? Buddy waiting outside. Hey, yeah, come to building G5. No, I meant G4. The bottom unit, the bottom one. Dead. Yeah, so I mean, pretty much Auntie live in the hood. So we can't do it no more, Auntie. I'm sorry, but we can't do it no more. I can't drop you off. This window unit hanging all the way out. I can't do it, Auntie. I'm sorry. Got my man shot, bro. I'm not blaming Auntie, but damn. How much you paying in rent, Auntie? About $15 a month. 20 on a bad month. Come on, man. At least they got the grass cut. At least they got the grass cut and they got gas going through the building. Lord have mercy. It's a gas leak explosion waiting to happen. God. All it takes is one ninja. One ninja over here who get the smart idea to have a shootout in this field across from the gas. And it's OV. They start shooting around the gas line. Damn. And you know them strays are going everywhere. So this is exactly where he got shot at. Pulling up, dropping Auntie off in the hood. You know what I'm saying? They got the little police. Look, they got the sheriff's apartment right here. This is supposed to be the security to stop all the shooting, but they got one or two dudes working there. One take the day shift, one take the night shift. And it's not enough police presence to really, you know, effectively do anything substantially to reduce the crime. It looks like they renovating these. So these are most likely all government employed, government contracted, because this government housing, don't get it fucked up. This is government housing. This ain't even government housing. This is government housing right here. You know what I'm saying? They renovating all these units. You got grandma outside. She said, what the hell these folk doing in my goddamn yard? Oh, man. I mean, Google Maps is really fun, honestly. Really fun. You got the trash stacked up. It's okay. Trash day ain't happen. They don't just let it pile up like that. They got respect for their neighborhood. They got respect for this neighborhood. Okay, buddy got a motorcycle. He said, I ain't scared to have my bike out here. Ain't nobody gonna take my shit. Buddy got the motorcycle. Oh, shit. They got a nigga coming out the car. Damn, and he got a little, you know what I'm saying? They moving out here. They is outside. You got grandma getting her steps in. They are outside out here in Little Havana. But yeah, this is the hood. This is where Buddy got shot at. And I don't know what unit Auntie stay in. I really don't care. Unfortunately, she got my boy shot. You can't we can't be dropping Auntie off if we know she live in the gutter.
They said they found Ethan Pritchard hurt inside a car. He was taken to the hospital. FSU head coach Mike Norvell addressed the shooting during a regular press conference yesterday.
I got a chance to be there, last night, with him and his dad and family, and grateful, for all the support and medical, support that he was able to receive. Our football team, coaches, family, we're all here to support them, praying for all parts of him and the journey that's ahead.
The Florida State Athletics page shows Pritchard is from Sanford, Florida. He's a true freshman linebacker for the Seminoles. According to an FSU football representative, Pritchard was visiting his family in Havana when he was shot. The Florida Department of Law Enforcement is leading this investigation. If you have any information about what happened, you're asked to call or come forward.
All right. So, we know nobody's going to come forward and speak up. But I think we got maybe family. This could be family, or this could be somebody in the neighborhood speaking about the shooting and the crime in the area. But let's see. We got Clifton Hicks in the building. He says shot in his hometown. Yep, shot in the hometown. Clifton Hicks in the building. Havana, Florida is a small town in Gadsden County, about 14 miles north of Tallahassee, known as Florida's friendliest small town. It has a population of around 2,340 people, 2023 estimate. So thanks for the fun facts. Prime VA says, I grew up in the suburbs, but dudes hated on athletes in the hood. Yeah, exactly. So I was talking about earlier. I was talking about earlier how they used to tell this lie in the hood that we used to protect athletes, bro. We used to make sure, you know what I'm saying, that nobody mess with them. We'll say, hey, that's little homie. Hey, he the quarterback, bro. We got to make sure he be able to play games on Friday. That's what they like to paint it as. But I mean, when I was in high school, all the hood niggas hated on the athletes unless the athlete was a hood nigga himself. Okay. So don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't get it messed up. Don't get it mixed up. The dudes that they said that they were protecting in the hood who, hey, you gonna be something, you know? Notice how it's only athletes that they said they protected. But if it was a smart kid who was a nerd or something like that, he was getting his ass kicked. He was getting robbed. And he wasn't being protected, even though he could have been some type of engineer, architecture, a rocket scientist. He could have been whatever. But notice how they don't say, yeah, that man, he was making straight A's, bro. We had to protect him. We had to make sure, hey, y'all leave little homie alone. You know what I'm saying? He gonna work for NASA one day, and he gonna represent our hood. Like, come on, bro. Y'all lying about helping out the little athletes and the people that the community thought was gonna make it. Niggas was sending their kids across the country to the South to make sure they ain't get killed in some gang dispute in California or in New York. Like, come on, man. Unfortunately, they sending them to Atlanta, and then they just getting taken out in the A. But, you know, when you send them to them country towns, you're thinking that they're going to be safe. And here's a country town, Midland, Florida, and, you know, wrong hood, shots go off, and it's over. These super gremlins are on demon time. Prime VA says some of them end up in gangs because the street dudes didn't want them to succeed. Yeah, facts. Roger says the infamous Carter High case, which they made a film out of. Mr. E says, do Cubanos live there? Nah, it ain't Cubano. No Cubano. Let's see. Apartment sign looks like something out of shock theater horror show. Right. Some technical difficulties. Oh, yep. We did have technical difficulties. Scott Kelly says 82-year-old corn pop might be causing interference. MRCL Smoothful says, hey, Black Gen Z, I used to teach elementary schools in that same city. I know where all those places are. My grandmother is from Havana. Well, hopefully your grandmother stays safe. Hopefully she's not there anymore. Somebody says, mute the clearing of the throat, please. All right. We'll try to do that. Sometimes it just has to happen. I use MRCL Smoothful says, I used to take some of my students home who lived in those same apartments. Wow. I even talked to one of my students today about the incident. She said she heard the shots fired. She also said that she figured something was brewing because the day before she heard that somebody was going to get hurt. So apparently he was accidentally shot. Yeah. Got to protect Mr. Man. Shout out to TSM. He gets it. You know, it's just like, come on, dude. Stop with the fake narratives that y'all was trying to protect somebody who was going to succeed. Y'all didn't see Boys in the Hood? The nigga got a scholarship to USC. They still shot his ass with the shotty. Come on, man.
Father of the FSU football player who was shot Sunday evening. I'm Tatiana Purefoy, your Havana neighborhood reporter, with his emotional plea to the community during this tragic time.
Just ask the community, everybody for the prayers, man.
Earl Pritchard says his son is still heavily sedated. Speaking to our ABC affiliate in Orlando, Pritchard said Ethan was driving his aunt home from a family gathering in Havana Sunday evening. It was when his son turned the corner near Havana Heights apartments when things took a dangerous turn.
He was actually in his car taking my sister around the corner to her daughter's house to drop off. And they turned the corner, and as soon as they turned the corner, she said she just heard gunshots.
One of those gunshots would hit Ethan in the back of the head while driving, according to his father. Pritchard said doctors are monitoring the swelling in his head while making sure nothing has changed for the worse. The Florida Department of Law Enforcement is leading the investigation. Monday, along with the Gadsden County Sheriff's Department, were at the Havana Heights apartments, still processing the crime scene and door knocking.
She said, wait, get on the floor, get on the floor. So I get on the floor. She said, yeah, so that's when I heard the shot. So
William Chooks lives nearby and says he heard the gunshots. He said when he went out to see what was going on, he saw a car riddled with bullet holes slammed into his shed.
That a young man was still in the car. And
into his shed. Where the hell he put it? Where the hell is the shed? I'm looking around. I don't see nowhere where you can put a shed. Oh, I guess it's at these houses. Damn. So they said Mr. Chooks. Oh, yeah. So, okay. So he was going around the corner around these houses. And, yeah, they got the hood houses over here, too. Oh, yeah. They got the hood houses over here. I'm looking. They got them private property beware of dog signs. Yeah. So this is perpendicular to the Havana apartments. And you see, you know what I'm saying? They got some tarp over their roof. Fixer-upper house. You know what I'm saying? They ain't playing. They got the dogs in the fence. Beware of the dog. Private property. It's getting a little brighter on this side. I mean, it's not too crazy, but you could tell, like, right across from them apartments, it just ain't good. You know what I'm saying? But they said he crashed into the shed. I'm trying to figure out where the damn shed is at. It had to be one of these houses. He probably crashed into it from the back. Very interesting area here. Very interesting. But let's get back into the Mr. Chooks giving us the rundown on what happened in the streets. Thank you, Mr. Chooks. Let's see if Twitter will let us go live yet. Okay, so we're live on X. We are live on X. So we should probably see a few more people falling up in here.
They was kind of dealing with him, trying to check his vital sign and all that kind of stuff. And so I sat there. I wasn't worried about the shed right then. I was worried about the young man in the car.
Ethan, a linebacker for FSU from Sanford, Florida, was a 3-star recruit for the Seminoles. FSU head coach Mike Norvell offered his support for the Pritchard family.
I got a chance to be there, last night with him and his dad and family, and grateful, for all the support and medical, support that he was able to receive. Our football team, coaches, family, we're all here to support them, and it's absolutely believing, and Maria and I praying for all parts of him and the journey that's ahead.
This shooting has left a community searching for answers and a young athlete facing a long road ahead. Investigators are still working to determine who is responsible. In Havana, Tatiana Purefoy, ABC 27.
Damn. It's like that, community. We ain't protecting our stars. Yeah, somebody in the comments saying his aunt lived in a dangerous area and he paid the price. Yep. We got more information coming here from Fox Orlando. Let's see if they have anything else for us.
High school football star is fighting for his life. Ethan Pritchard is a freshman linebacker for Florida State, shot while driving near Tallahassee last night. And as Fox 35's Stephanie Buffamonte reports, people are shocked this even happened. Stephanie joins us live now. And Stephanie, just an absolutely difficult situation for a lot of people to even hear about.
Garrett, most definitely. And as the Seminoles athletic director put it, once a Nole, always a Nole. So this has just been really hard for the community here in Sanford. And many of them have been expressing their, prayers and hoping for a speedy recovery for Ethan. Now, Ethan's new coach, the FSU head coach, was actually in the hospital last night with Ethan and his family. He said that it has just been a tough time for the FSU team. They all have heavy hearts today.
Thoughts and prayer with Ethan Pritchard and his family. It's obviously an extremely just tragic event. For the young man.
From celebrating Florida State's upset win over 8th-ranked Alabama to a heartbroken locker room hours later.
I've got a lot of emotions, through it.
Officials say Ethan Pritchard was shot on Sunday while visiting family in Havana, just north of Tallahassee. FSU confirms the freshman linebacker is in the ICU in critical but stable condition. Florida State head coach Mike Norvell was with Pritchard and his family in the hospital before his weekly press conference on Monday.
We're grateful for all the resources around our players. I'm grateful for their hearts. They love this family that we get to be a part of, and there's a lot of emotions.
Pritchard is a Seminole High School grad and was rated among some of the nation's top linebackers before taking his talents to Florida State.
So I rushed to ESPN and I saw it and I immediately heart dropped. All I saw was Ethan got shot.
Fox 35 News anchor Luann Sorrell's son, Preston Watson, played with Pritchard when they were both Noles.
Even if you're not in high school anymore, you still always rep your alma mater. That's still, where home is. And seeing that one of your brothers is in like a critical condition or just something so scary, like it's not a great feeling.
The entire Seminole High community is sharing their prayers with the Pritchard family. The school's athletic director said, quote, "We are all rooting for his full and speedy recovery, and we look forward to seeing him back stronger than ever." And added, beyond his athletic talents, what makes Ethan truly special is his outstanding character, leadership, and integrity.
I wanted to watch him grow and see how he became as a player, and this is just an unfortunate, fork in the road, and I just wish a stable recovery.
Now, I actually just got a text from Ethan's dad. He said it's still the same. He is still in the ICU in stable but critical condition, and he was asking for people to continue praying for their family. Obviously, this is a very, very difficult time for Ethan's father right now as he is up in Tallahassee with his son in the hospital. Garrett?
Yeah, you can only imagine getting that news and having to rush up there and still being a lot of questions. I know law enforcement haven't really said a whole lot about the situation and the kind of the details of the circumstances that led up to this.
We actually don't really know much other than the fact that he was in Havana, Florida, which is north of Tallahassee, to see family, and that there was a shooting. We were told that there are no suspects at this time, so a lot of questions as to what led up to this shooting and why.
All right, Fox 35's Stephanie Buffamonte joining us live now outside Seminole High School in Sanford. We appreciate that update, and thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Damn. Yeah, so as you guys can see, the community is not protecting the athletes. They're not, doing as they said that they were doing. Why he was dropping off Auntie in this hood-ass neighborhood, I don't know. But let's actually get into, just kind of how this young man carries himself. Obviously, he is working to be a leader on this team at Florida State. So let's just see what type of kid he really is.
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm good, man. So obviously you were committed to Florida State for a long time.
Yes, sir.
You know, just what was it like going through, you know, obviously last season didn't go well for the Noles, and then coaching change also at your position. How did you handle that? And why were you so locked in with FSU?
I'd say I was locked in because mainly, like, that's a bond like I don't think nobody can teach. So
yeah, he really a Florida boy for real. You can hear it.
Mainly that, and I don't think it was no other school that could flip me. So I had my mind set on.
My man sound like Kodak Black. Damn.
Go to Chris me up front. Thank you. How does your past playing safety benefit you now that you're a linebacker?
I really just say it benefited me because like it helped me move. It helped me move a lot from from covering receivers in the slot. So I say that's like a big that really took my game to like that big step. So I say really that.
Peter. What's up, Ethan?
I'm good.
So a lot of freshman players who spoke has pretty much been consistent about Mike Novell and his vision. Could you specify about his vision as something that really sold you the most?
Cause he told me, like, I'll never forget it, like my freshman year, he told me, he was like, the right one's gonna come here. So, but that was when that was before the 13-0 season. That was before everything. That was when like it was rebuilding at the time. So like just like how we doing right now, it was rebuilding. So really, I just say he told me, he was like, we're gonna get this thing right. It might not be right now, it might not be next year or the year after, but it's gonna happen sooner or later. So I just always had that in my mind, and that just always stuck with me.
Was Coach Ernie Sims, was he a part of your recruitment? And then also, and then JP, even though he was at a different position, he's still here. Does that kind of give you some comfort too?
Yeah, Coach Ernie Sims, yeah, he was when he was at USF and UCF, like he was recruiting me there. Matter of fact, I had offers from both schools when he was there. So Coach Ernie, I've been with him, so me and him like locked in. Like,
so yeah, seems like a nice kid. It's damn near sound like he got a speech impediment or something. But anyways, hopefully he is able to heal. Let's watch some of his high school tape actually, because he was talking about being linebacker, covering people in the slot. So here he is, as you guys can see, lined up. We got an all 22 look. They got a back. It's almost like they're in the pistol. They got a back directly behind the quarterback. 3 wide to the left side of the field. 1 man on an island back here with the cornerback. And let's see what he does. So boom, as you can see, they pick up man-to-man 1 high. And he gets a good hand on the guy. No, they didn't target his guy. So as you can see, it looks like they come in here. They got him as a spy. And he delivers a big hit on the quarterback. Quarterback gets a first down. Right here, he's covering another guy in the slot. Let's see, he's sorry, let me run it back. All right, so he's covering another guy in the slot. The offense in the same pistol. They got a single guy to the boundary, 3 to the field. He's covering in the slot. Got the middle guy. He runs a wheel route. Almost an interception. So boom, he's covering the flats right here. He's shifting with the quarterback. Quarterback looks like he scrambles. He goes in to deliver a big hit, but whiffs. Quarterback slides. I got some music on here. I'm going to turn this off. All right. They didn't really highlight where he was at on this one. Oh, so there he goes. Okay, so they did have him playing safety. He was 1 high, and he got an interception there. So that's good. That's a big safety. He comes in for the blitz. Boom. Sack on the quarterback. keeps contained. Nice tackle on the running back. So I mean, he's a solid player. I mean, nothing's really fallen off of the tape for me. I mean, he seems like he was a 4-star, so he must have, impressed the coaches, and his size is really a big thing. He's got good size on him. So, but yeah, man, that's pretty much it. I think, let me see if we got any more information on this. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, thankfully he was able to survive this shooting. And hopefully in the future, he's not dropping off Aunt T. Okay. He's not dropping off Aunt T. Oh yeah, they got him in the ICU. We'll watch this. Hopefully he is not going back to that hood.
Player is in intensive care after being shot over the weekend.
At last check, that young man is in critical condition. Andrew Perez in the newsroom with more on this. Andrew.
Well, that's right. Freshman linebacker Ethan Pritchard was taken to a Tallahassee area hospital following that shooting. His family says he was shot while he was just sitting in a car outside of an apartment complex. Investigators trying to figure out who was behind it.
Just ask the community, everybody for the prayers, man.
Earl Pritchard says his son is still heavily sedated. Pritchard says Ethan was driving his aunt home from a family gathering in Havana Sunday night. It was when his son turned the corner near Havana Heights apartments that things took a dangerous turn.
He was actually in his car taking my sister around the corner to her daughter's house to drop off. And they turned the corner, and as soon as they turned the corner, she said she just heard gunshots.
One of those gunshots would hit Ethan in the back of the head while driving, according to his father. Pritchard says doctors are monitoring the swelling in his head while making sure nothing has changed for the worse. The Florida Department of Law Enforcement leading the investigation Monday, along with the Gadsden County Sheriff's Department, were at the Havana Heights apartments, still processing that crime scene and knocking on doors.
She said, wait, get on the floor, get on the floor. So I get on the floor. She said, yeah, so that's when I heard the shot. So
William Chuckles lives nearby and says he heard the gunshot.
They called him Chuckles. The other one called him Chooks.
He said when he went outside to see what was going on, he saw a car riddled with bullet holes and slammed into his shed.
That a young man was still in the car, and they was kind of dealing with him, trying to check his vital signs and all that kind of stuff. And so I sat there. I wasn't worried about the shed right then. I was worried about the young man in the car.
Bam. So there you have it. Mr. Chooks from Mr. Chooks himself. Yeah, man. Very sad story here. I think that's pretty much it on this one. Hopefully he has a speedy recovery and he's able to play in his first game this season. We're rooting for the kid. Shout out to Ethan Pritchard. Definitely don't be going back around them hoods no more. But it's crazy. It is crazy, man. What can happen in his life? I know his life flashed before his eyes. I know his life flashed before his eyes. That's a very scary situation to be in. And he's definitely a tough kid. I think he's going to come back and do some great things for Florida State or wherever he decides to take his career. But with that being said, I appreciate everybody for joining this stream. We are going to send it off to Jen Quavius to take us away. But before I do end the stream, make sure you like the video, comment under the video immediately after the stream ends. It helps the algorithm. If you want to check me out on other platforms, because YouTube be tripping, you can check me out on Kick. You can check me out on Rumble. You can check me out on X. All Black Gen Z Mindset, except we're streaming from Reclaim on the X. But yeah, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like the video. Donate to the channel if you feel so inclined. Be careful out there, because these super gremlins are on demon time.
I'm here on the corner of MLK and Medgar Evers. And it's a very tranquil scene compared to just a couple hours ago where a drive-by shooting
just took place. Excuse me. I'm getting live updates as we speak. I've just been updated to the amount of casualties from this drive-by shooting. And I'm getting reports that 2 people were actually declared deceased and 27 others were shot and injured, but are in stable condition. And although we must pray for the families of the fallen, we must also praise God for the aim of the super gremlin. If you want to know more about the victims of this crime, make sure you add BGZM News 17 on Patreon at www.patreon.com/blackgenzmindset. Also, don't forget to like the video, share the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and comment on the video to continue the discussion on how we can find solutions to all this gun violence in the streets. For more hard-hitting news coverage from the community, by the community, I'm Jenquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia, BGZM News 17.
And cut.
All right, dog. Let's get the out of here before these niggas come back.
Whoa. Yo. Ain't that nigga J?
Nah, that ain't me. That ain't me.
He just went live
That
with
ain't
that
me.
funky ass
That's
that nigga.
That's not me.
Hey, get that nigga.
Jenquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia. Pray for me. What's good, Shadow Realm? It's your boy Jenquavius Jackson, and y'all already know I'm demonetized and shadow banned in this bitch. So if you want to contribute, go to the Cash App, the PayPal, the GoFundMe, or join the Patreon. Also, don't forget to visit the merch store for all your favorite BGZM News 17 gear, including our exclusive Trump is a Blood t-shirt. Go fast before they sell out. They are already flying off the shelves, no cap. And remember, these super gremlins are on demon time.
I'm here on the corner of MLK and Frederick Douglass, where a shooting just took place. And as you can see, it's a pretty rough area. So I'm basically risking my life reporting on this madness. So make sure you do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. Like the video, hell, share the video. And make sure you go ahead and leave a comment down in the comment section to continue the discussion on how we can find solutions to all this gun violence in the streets. I'm Jenquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia, BGZM News 17.
Gang violence and other kind of violence.
Guess what? I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. But I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.